What is it that makes a cowboy? It's not the boots or the buckle. It's not the chaps. It's not the jeans. It's not the lasso or the cattle. Not the horse or the saddle. You might think they're all long gone, but you don't need a hat to be a cowboy. A cowboy isn't too busy to lend a hand to a partner. Not too proud to take one either. And when they get knocked in the dirt, bloodied and trampled, a cowboy dusts themselves off and gets back up. And they'll stand by their partners and challenge those who have it all. And they'll keep riding till they find their peace.
Hello. How's everybody doing? Welcome back to some Disco Elysium. First things first, Gogus, thank you so much for the raid. For taking me. I hope you had a great time with Ori. Yeah, thanks a million. We love Gogus here. The man of 1,004 names, as I call him, is Manny, the Minecraft Maestro, the Steve Counter Supreme, the badass Blockmeister, the Dan Main Dan. You know, just too many names as our Gogus, so we'll just call him the man of 1,004 names. The gorgeous Gogus, of course. Another one. Just too many. Seth's welcome in, and Spitzies, congrats on the first for first as well, and for contributing to the Dark Souls No Estus challenge, which is a challenge that is up there. You have 2 extra stabs at the stream. Open Gogus, nice. I appreciate all the support. Schedule-wise, we're Disco Elysium, obviously, that's what we're playing today. We're going to start Brave Fencer Musashi at some stage this week, when I can figure out how to get it working. Divinity Original Sin with Gecko is still on the slate, but Gecko is on a break from streaming, as I said in Discord. Gecko is recovering from some surgery, so we wish him a speedy recovery. Oh, look at that! I show up as a raider from Gogus as well. Nice. Yeah, upcoming games: Lost Ember, Max Payne 2, and Zork 1 and 2. And the other thing I really want to plug before we get into some gameplay is my archive channel, which I badly need to rebrand to like Vertigo Plays or something. But Elden Ring playthrough is going up there at the moment. Yeah, without further ado, I think let's get into some gameplay. I've been looking forward to getting back to Disco Elysium. Ooh. Meanwhile in Ireland, I guess it's hot. It is hot. Possibly too hot. It's one of those things where I was wondering earlier, I was kind of like, am I sick? Do I have a temperature? And I just decided, no, I don't think I am sick. I think it's just really warm. But yeah, if I remember right for this, we left ourselves outside Everett's office and we were going to go in and have a chat to him. But yeah, things are going well in this now. It's our 6th stream of it. We're getting reasonably far, reasonably deep in.
Mr. Dubois, every worker for himself, right? What can I do for you today?
I'm gonna leave, but we might come in later. Oh, I had to mail the signatures. Jesus. Right, I didn't cop that the last time. Show me my objectives then. Oh yeah, we'll do that. Yeah. Mm-hmm. The envelope in the mailbox in the plaza. Okay, that should be easy enough to do. Word to four. It's a long-standing it's a Jericho meme basically. Jericho was fighting Chris Jericho in wrestling was fighting a guy that was the man of 1,000 holes or the man of 1,001 holes maybe or something, and Jericho like came up with this big stupid list and said, "Well, I've counted up all the holes I can do, and I came up with 1,004." They started reading them off for like 20 minutes. It was just amazing, and half of them were arm bars. So that's the story behind that, I guess. But yeah, it's based on the classic Jericho meme. I'll post it in your Discord after if I remember. Well, actually, I will remember. I'll make a note to do it.
Was that? Could it be the Calder Mama Dakwa? No, it's probably just your imagination ringing in your ear.
Oh, let's listen. Is there a
There
ringing?
seems to be an extremely high-pitched ring. Ultrasonic. Lena said it was very high-pitched, right? It's like something tickles your ear. Lena also said that it couldn't be heard by any other animal, including humans. What you're hearing must just be a regular bird.
Have a good day at work, Gogus, or at least not a bad day.
Honestly, your ear isn't hearing a whole lot. The distant hum of the industrial harbor, the traffic. But, admittedly, there is a high-pitched noise somewhere there too. But then, isn't there always?
No, I don't hear the Koldomama Dakwa, and neither do you.
Of course he doesn't. He's deaf. There it is again. You're about to rediscover a long-lost species. It must be very close. Maybe, just maybe, it will come toward you. Keep still. It might perch on your shoulder. What are you doing? You're a police officer, not a pansy ornithologist. The only birds you should be looking for are healthy women of childbearing age.
Move her head
Oh,
towards
no.
the sound.
The sound. It's moving away. Somewhere over there. Go after it. No. Too late. It's gone. There is no ringing anymore. Just the sound of the streets. Keep your ears peeled, then. If the species really has migrated to Martinez, you're sure to hear it again.
Alright, where's the fucking mailbox?
An old Colbert East Delta Commerce Center. This must be the name of the doomed commercial area. The dented yellow mailbox greets you with its graffito and bullet holes in the front.
Yes, for sending mail.
You drop the white envelope in the darkness. It lands with a soft thud on what sounds like a couple of letters. About a week's worth of mail as collected in there. They'll empty this very soon. For good or ill. The deed is done.
Let's go back to Evrard. This better be worth it after what we did.
Ready? So that's what I forgot to do last time. I realised we actually had to mail it. Why can't he mail it? mail. That does remind me I still need to mail that hat that I've still well, not forgotten about, but not got to go to the post office yet.
Mr. Dubois, every worker for himself, right? What can I do for you today?
It's
Golden
done.
Boy returns once more. Wonderful. Simply wonderful, Harry. Of course. I already knew this. My friend, the mailman, confirms the letter is on its way. You've done a great thing today. You've given the children of Martinez a future and proven to be a true man of the left. I can finally trust you now.
Oh god.
You're in my inner circle. You too, Mr. Kitsuragi. We can talk about anything. The strike, the murder, your lost gun, nothing is off the table.
Hear that? You did it the honest way. You got the real signatures, and now he's happy. Well done. I don't know. Your dirty forgery fingers aren't sure if playing this one straight was the right thing to do.
Harry, by now you should know I would never do anything tricky like that. However, if the construction noise and limited street access makes some people consider moving, well, let's just say there'll be freshly renovated buildings near the roundabout where those poor people can finally enjoy a significant uptick in quality of life. I'm talking real affordable workers' palaces.
He proudly spreads his hands to demonstrate the size of the palaces. They're very large.
So the village is doomed.
You were there, you saw the place, a wasteland, there's nothing left. But mark my words, officers, we are going to reset it. Reset. I have big plans for Martinez, and they do not include humans living in those pig sheds on the coast. That land will be used for municipal buildings and commerce. Harry, imagine a youth centre supermarket church complex, employing hundreds, no, thousands of people. The coast will be lit up with enterprise and life. All those ruins out there turned into low-income housing. Harry, enough is enough. We're taking this district back. The war was 50 years ago, for God's sake. It's time to move on.
Okay.
I accept your salute, Harry. All of it is true. I've got the centre, I've got room for a retail complex, and in 4 years I'll get the church too. The wheels are turning, Harry. The wheels of progress. This post-war limbo, I won't stand for it. There are kids practically playing with their own feces out there. It cannot go on.
And then there will be a giant statue of him, towering above it all.
Will you erect a statue to yourself?
I'm not a symbolist, Harry. I'm a realist. My statue will be Martinez rebuilt. 5-story building complexes, kids off speed, and landowners in a zone hating me. That will be my statue. And yours. We're doing this together.
You would look nice as a statue.
Okay, sounds like you got this.
Oh, I do, Harry. I really do. I'm gonna make the working man richer than Joyce Messier with that vote of yours. That's my job. Just like yours is to keep the peace.
Okay.
I did not, Harry. Although I am very, very glad he's dead. Why a war, of course.
And what do you have to gain from a war?
Victory, Mr. Kitsuragi. I have victory to gain. We are going to start a war with the Wild Pines group and win before they even realize there is a war.
Trained, let's go with this one. Trained military people.
Harry, we outnumber them 1,500 to 1. And that's just Martinez. With all the unions in Revachol, and with public opinion on our side, we can hold off 2 men, or 15 men, or even 50 men.
You say
The
so.
more they send, the worse it's going to look for them. They made a huge mistake hiring those guys. No one likes foreign mercenaries. The leftists hate them, the fascists hate them, even the moralists think they're in bad taste. Harry, there is no strike, only war. Class war. Or, in business terms, a dawn raid. Or wait. Is that when you still pay them something? Because we won't do that. We're not going to give nothing. We're going to take Terminal B away from them. The roads, the gates, the containers, that big crane, even the damn coffee maker. We're going to take all of it for the people, and fuck Wild Pines.
The word fuck rings like a gunshot from his mouth. He doesn't swear often.
So that's why you haven't let Joyce in?
Yes. It's also why I let that midget Gaumont go. He's too nice. I can't put him through this. Plus, he knows how to get in here. That woman can't tell her tits from her arsehole. She has no chance.
Okay. Why are you telling me your plans?
Because we're friends, Harry. Besides, it doesn't matter now. You can go tell her if you want. It won't change the course of events. We have a significant head start. It's already happening. 2,372. Plus yours truly, of course.
2,373 is a sizable contingent for a labor organization in Revachol. And they're all well motivated. At least the ones you've seen.
Okay, funding.
Oh, you mean what sort of goods are going to be flowing through? How am I going to replace all the contacts we'll lose once the poo-poo hits the fan? The clients will ditch us. Harry, we've thought of everything.
Everything,
We've been
eh?
running back channel negotiations with all the major clients. I think the company will be unpleasantly surprised to see how many of them stay loyal to Martinez and to the new competitive contracts we can offer. With renewed zeal sparked by communal ownership, the men will be shipping those containers double time. You'll be surprised to see how fast things go without parasites latching on. We'll have our hands free to pursue bold, exotic new revenue streams.
That's drugs.
Drug trafficking.
Drug trafficking? Don't be stupid, Mr. Kitsuragi. There are perfectly legal, 100% ethical chemical factories on the Samaran Isola. You don't need to be colonialist about it. All they do is produce components to keep the pharmaceutical industry running. That's people's health we're talking about. Old grannies, little babes, people with disabilities.
God, that sounds shady.
The company thinks transporting these chemicals in bulk looks bad, has bad optics, may be illegal in some countries. The Debarders Union, however, we're all about the large volume column. We're gonna transport the living daylights out of those materials, Harry. So your sick kid can get his Benefed and your wacky uncle doesn't have to come off risperidone.
Benefed is a children's cold medicine, usually apricot flavored. And risperidone is used to treat severe psychosis.
And the kids on the street can get speed and pyrrolidone.
I'm an old-fashioned guy, Mr. Kitsuragi. I sometimes grab a beer with the boys, but I have no idea about the things you just mentioned. But if I were to supply ingredients for some sort of rainbow party, I would make sure the Union took a fantastic share. And I'd keep that stuff far away from Martinez.
He's basically admitting to it.
It's also far
put together
removed from
plan.
my men and the people of Martinez who've put their trust in me. Anyway, let's not focus on the sensationalism of the drug trade. This hypothetical drug trade is all anyone ever seems to be interested in. It would only be a small part of the harbor's turnover, just like the harbor is, but a small part of Martinez.
Would still be illegal.
Let's look at the big picture. Martinez as a whole. There are little girls out there with dreams of making music. Young mothers who want to start businesses. Models who want to walk catwalks and steel welders who want to weld steel.
Gecko, how are you? I hope the recovery goes well. As mentioned earlier.
And the lizard yearns. And he starts to roam his cage at night, and he finds out where the joints aren't tight. Clever gecko.
Clever gecko!
I'm gonna unite them all into one economic body. We're gonna incorporate this place to Kingdom Come. Everyone's gonna be in on the wealth, and everyone's gonna pull their weight.
Just not my place.
Harry, the length you're willing to go to keep your nose clean is remarkable. You will always have a warm bed in Mr. Clare's household, my friend, and a special place in the future of Martinez.
Okay, specific union
We're way
members.
past specific union members now. This is the big time. We're talking about the future of Revachol here, Harry. You can bother Leonard with that. He loves to run his mouth on such matters. But I'm in big-time mode, Harry.
There's something different about him now. He's more vibrant, more alive in his big-time mode.
Harry, I've got to be honest with you. Your gun was found 2 days ago. Withholding this information weighed heavily on me. But it had to be done.
Fine, where
An
is
old
it?
woman has it, and let me tell you, Harry, word on the street is she's a character. So watch out.
This must be the woman who bought the gun from Roy. The one he described as terrifying.
Yes, the same one. I see you've done your research. The pawn shop made the gun easy to track. Crazy stuff, Harry. Selling your gun like that? Wild. Anyway,
Union Boy's gonna help you fix it. He winks at you. Don't worry, Harry.
the neighbors of this old woman contacted my men because they trust me and the Debarders Union. Apparently, she was waving it around at the entrance to her building.
Waving the gun around doesn't sound good. None of this does.
As I said, she's a character. I didn't have time for details. It sounds like she's unstable, but don't worry. No one got hurt.
Who is she?
Unfortunately, I don't know anymore. You're gonna have to go in blind, Harry. But she's an old lady. How dangerous can she possibly be? Oh, and she calls herself the Pigs.
There it is again. The pigs. Like Roy said, not good at all.
I, for one, find it refreshing. Finally, someone calls themselves a pig.
I already have. Tonight, starting 10 o'clock, near the old fish market on the coast. The one on the boardwalk, a little past the fishing village.
Oh, we know where that is.
Be careful, Harry. I would never set you up for anything dangerous, but you did ask for this. Now, back to the fun stuff.
She will be there from 2200 hours till 0200 hours.
More fun stuff. Seems like we already have fun stuff to do.
We're way past you can bother.
There's something different about him now. He's more vibrant,
Okay,
more
I think
alive.
that's it for
Great,
now.
Harry, great. I think we have truly built a bridge between Martinez and Jamrock today. We have united the RCM and the Debarders Union. This has been so great. I'm sorry we don't have more fun things to do together, but if you ever feel like bouncing something off me, my door is always open. I'm always happy to educate and entertain you, my friend. So, what's very nice, Harry?
He's a great voice actor, Everett. He can nearly feel the slime in the delivery. Okay, that isn't for a while, though. We have the dude at the balcony at 9 o'clock. We've gone at 10 o'clock. So we've nothing to do immediately now. We can explore the harbour. Anyway, oh, and we've some stuff to do at the police car about the other dead body. And I have a gonna do that. I have a thing for the guy in here. Might do that first, because it'll probably be quicker. Can
I help you?
Found a new bird for the whirling.
What is this thing? What, the interior decorating kind? You know, I'm sorry. This is actually a nice bird. A competent piece of taxidermy. I can fix it to the plaque and have a new bird in the establishment, I guess? So, I don't know. Thank you. I'm gonna go with thank you.
This was mostly about the fucking cardio. Massive cardio here. You live till 90, or you get a heart attack from running.
I feel good about our work here today. It's all about the little things, like bringing people random stuffed animals.
Yeah, I'll take him. Alright, we have a level up we can do. Now, do I want to do a toss? Oh, we want to do Superstar. This one... That one's kind of stupid, but I want the Superstar. Let's do logic though. Ouch. Fuck it, we'll still do it. Bonuses from thoughts are all fucking negative. Oh jeez, what can you do? Oh you, I found your husband.
Oh, hello, dear. There you are again.
I ran into your
Goodness.
husband.
How is he? Did he say why he hasn't returned yet?
He's fine, ma'am. As we had suspected, he couldn't get back earlier because the water lock on the canal was broken. Now he's just finishing up somewhere.
Oh, yes. That's my Morel. He's bound to catch a cold staying out there for so long. But I am so relieved to hear that he's okay. Thank you for putting an old woman's heart at ease, if even a little.
You haven't, however. There are dangers out there. Our aging body's foul. Her heart won't rest until Morel is safely back with her.
Oh, you don't want to hear about some old woman's ramblings.
No, I want to know.
Reflexively, the lieutenant read his familiar notebook.
Well, it was summer. I was building a racing track out of sand on the beach near a tall stand of reeds. Quite a tall one. Many times my height, I remember. When, all of a sudden, I looked up and one of the reeds moved. Not like a plant, but like a living thing. It stood up and looked at me. Its body unfolded like some antique toy. I'd never seen anything like it. The reeds turned into a creature. I didn't know this can happen, so I reached my arm and touched the thing. It felt just like a stalk of reed, but it moved, swaying, towering above me. After a while, 20 seconds, a minute maybe, it left, went into the reeds.
Did you follow us?
I tried, but I was only a child. There was mud and high water. I couldn't see it anymore. I was just standing there, knee-deep in mud, looking around me.
Where did you go? Don't go.
I ran back home to my grandmother and asked her if reeds could walk, and told her they were looking at me. Of course, she just laughed at me, but I knew what I'd seen.
I knew what I'd seen.
For years, it was a story I told at parties when I wanted to impress boys. That sort of thing. Of course, most people just took it as a strange, amusing anecdote. So did I, honestly. But then I met Morel. We were on our first date when I told him my story. You should have seen his face. He said my descriptions matched the phasmid down to a T. Its white marble limbs, the way it moved.
So that's how they met. This is beyond significant for them.
Our
Right.
first, yes. Not all of them, as far as I remember. Some of them on the inside, like stalks of marble, if that makes sense.
How big?
It's hard to say how big things are when you're quite small yourself. To me, it seemed to be taller than I was then, but that's probably not the case. Of course, I've thought about it, but Morel says my report matches with the others, and I'm sure I hadn't heard of the Phasmid as a child, nor had my mother or my grandmother. So how did I know what to imagine? It was only when I started telling my story as a teenager that boys would tell me, "Lena, you trying to tell us you saw the Insulindian Phasmid out there in those reeds? Get out of here." They just give me a cider and ruffle my hair and tell me to stop dreaming. But I saw it.
What do you think, Kim?
I thought it was a wonderful story, man.
You're welcome, sweetie. I do appreciate the chance to relive it whenever I get one. It was just such an impossibly sunshiny day. So warm.
I've got nothing to say to you. Why are you wasting your time?
Okay.
You see, the cobalt blue surface feels old cobalt paint, rough on the fingers. 40, 50 years since this was painted, mate.
And what about the door?
The man ponders his cooking utensils and gives you a little nod. He looks up at you. Then, shrugging is an international sign for...
Fine. We're out of here. We have some police work to do.
Snow covers the white on blue police livery of the motor carriage. The white colors nearly meld together. Do something important? Something murder-related? There's always something important. Doesn't mean you can't take a moment to admire this piece of machinery.
Who?
This is a Caprice Kanema, the Caprice Motor Corps follow-up to their highly successful workhorse, Caprice 40, and the answer to the Lum's racing breed, Ferv series. With its air-cooled, rear-mounted 12-cylinder compression ignition engine, driving the rear wheels through a 4-speed manual gearbox, the Kanema is able to reach 100 kilometers per hour in 13.5 seconds, and go on to a top speed of 180 kilometers an hour. The high center of balance is offset by a large battery bank mounted at the bottom of the cabin, feeding all the auxiliary systems and making the Kanema effectively a mobile power plant. Due to a quite steep price tag, it is very unusual to see one in police livery.
You want to take a closer look?
Yeah, what's a packing?
130.
I reckon that's a 7-liter V12 there.
Okay. 7-liter V12?
7.2. Supercharged.
Fine machine.
Yes. An extraordinary machine.
It's nice and all, but why so modest? Put some zing into it. Flare it up. Slam it down. Helium headlights would improve the range and quality of the visual field a lot. It's a bit girly right now. Fit it with some proper off-road components.
Talk about switching to helium headlights?
Actually, I have a pair at home. Just haven't gotten around to fitting them yet. I need to lay some wiring for the ballast first. Maybe. Yes, definitely maybe. You mean the coil noise? When variable current passes through wires that make up the coils on the electrical system on this machine, It causes vibration in the wires and the cores of the coils. When the frequency of the current in the coils falls within the audible range, the resulting vibration creates the whiny sound you mentioned.
What a binoclard. Whatever you do, don't make fun of the lieutenant for explaining this to you.
Oh, how do you know
I
that?
have pretty much maintained my vehicles by myself ever since one was assigned to me. You inevitably pick up some knowledge on the way.
Cool.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
It's reported dead body.
One moment. Can you please describe the body? Age, sex, cause of death?
Yep.
We suspect he might have been inebriated when he fell. There were bottles all around him, and traces of vomit on his shirt.
Any signs of violence?
Seems like it was an accident.
No field autopsy necessary.
You can hear her quickly typing in the background.
What about his belongings? Did you examine his clothes? Any information on the library card? Good. You have a lead. Do you and Lieutenant Kitsuragi want to take the case, or should I assign it to someone else?
We're taking it.
I have assigned the case to Lieutenant Kim Kitsuragi. Please follow up on this library lead to identify the man. We'll send someone to take the body to the morgue. That's all for now. Thank you for reporting in. Is there anything else I can do for you?
Yep, connect me to the library.
Hold on, officer. I've got Central Jamrock Public Library on the line, and I've already introduced you to their librarian. Connecting the call in 2, 1.
Yes, this is Central Jamrock Public Library here. How can I help you, officer?
Yep.
Billy Majon, you said. Give me a moment, I'll have to check our database.
Jesus.
Yes, hello, are you still there? I found Billy Majon's home address, is that alright? No phone number, unfortunately.
Yep, home address is fine.
Here we go, sir. Rue de Saint-Ghislain, 33B, apartment number 20. It's in Martinez, I believe. Cape Side Apartments, it says. That's all.
Apartment number 20. Okay, we know where that is, I think.
That's where the smoker on the balcony lives, isn't it?
Okay, do you have any other information?
It says here that they returned their last book just a few days ago, but I wasn't at work that day. Marie? Marie? Do you remember a reader named Billy Majon? They returned a Tybalt book the other day.
Maurice, what? A woman yells. Then, yes. Okay, if it was the police, she's...
Yes, it was my colleague Marie. She said that it was Billy's husband who returned the book. He also asked for this new sci-fi release, Lowe's Radio City 87, but we don't have it yet.
So Billy Majon is a woman, not a man.
Marie knows Billy. She's been working here longer than me. Sometimes her husband returns some books for her.
Okay, do you know the husband's name?
Sorry, no. Marie only knows him by sight. Marie! She said it was an older man, and that she's pretty sure he'd had a drink or two the last time she saw him. 1 second. Sorry, Marie wasn't really paying any attention to that.
Okay.
Happy we could help. Goodbye, officer.
Anything else you need from me?
No, we're done for now.
57's over and out.
In the cabin, you see a set of steering levers, a radio on a hook, a pull-out key, a metallic drawer slides out from under the seat.
Pry bar.
Clicks. The pry bar feels nice and cold in your hand, heavier than you'd think. Cold and heavy, like truth. You feel like you're reunited with truth once more. Useful for opening all sorts of doors and lids. The pull-out toolbox slides back into its nest. Preheater gauge casts a warm glow on the steering levers and the radio on its hook.
Yep, you can leave.
Finger
Oh,
pistol.
let's see what
9
do we
millimeter.
get.
Snap, snap, baby. Turns out
Ooh,
guns
+1
aren't
reaction
that much
speed.
for protecting as they are for attacking
Empty hand slots
people.
give suggestion
If you want
+1.
to protect people,
Awesome.
really work for them, you have to whip out your signature dual 9mm Villiers finger pistols. Who needs real guns anyway? That conversation you just had, it would have gone better had you snapped those bad boys at them. Note, 9mm dual finger pistols do not count for an actual weapon in a gunfight.
I'm actually happy with them bonuses. We finally have some plus bonuses. Hooray. Okay. Put it on the boardwalk. Let's look at the body again. Of Kuno.
There he still is, looking right through you with his white eyes. The body below is entirely dedicated to that corpse smell. Emitting it is all it does now.
Still haven't had a fucking clue how to get it down. But we'll figure that out. So for now, I think let's go. Let's go back down this way. To the new area. You? Nice. Ooh, new shades.
Rust peels off the bent iron posts of the swing. The wind whistles through the skeleton of the small house behind you. There's desolation everywhere.
Yeah, what happened
In
there?
this yard?
He's assessing the situation. How long ago was it abandoned?
Someone thought they could have a summer house in a bloc obscure for cheap. It didn't work out. They abandoned it about a decade ago. A black bloc, A part of the city left unrenovated after the war, or one that has fallen to gang violence, or has become inhospitable in some other way.
On aerial photos, block obscures look like dark squares, hence their name.
Practically, it's not an official term in any way, but look around. No sewage, broken power lines, crime, drunks. Life is tough in the blocks. It's no place to build a summer house.
Maybe it'll have something useful
Yes,
behind.
for you to pick up as part of the Jamrock Shuffle.
It's not meant as nagging, just an observation.
We should move. I don't think we will solve the murder with forays into the urban hinterland, at least in this phase of the investigation.
Not that money anyway. Okay, I wonder did I just get that? Yeah.
The porter reel is just what you needed. The reel's attached to the apparatus with a satisfying click. The tape is routed behind the magnetic reader. You press the large button marked Commencer, and the tape starts spinning. There's a small delay before the song starts playing. It sounds like someone's moving in the room, getting comfortable. Then the organ starts playing a simple, melancholic tune echoing in the hallway. A lone singing voice joins in, telling you about the tiniest church in Cessons, surrounded by even tinier yard. You almost feel the seaside mist on your skin. It's mega sad. Within seconds you know, this is the one, the real shit you've been looking for. The one you trust your room to that Claudia told you about. Perform it. A click, then silence for a bit. Then the tape stops spinning. Of course you could sing this. You could take sad to a whole new level with this. And you already know the lyrics since you've listened to it like a million times. Yup, they're all here. All 3 verses. And the B-side of the tape contains the instrumental version. It's like the world itself is telling you to do it. Only one obstacle stands on your way. Gart. You have to convince Gart to let you sing karaoke in the whirling. After you've won him over, you can express yourself. Let the pain out. Make everyone understand. The lieutenant watches you pack up the boombox. He doesn't say anything.
Gonna go singing some karaoke. Okay, I'm gonna keep up. Oh shit, the trap thing.
This trap's not too hard to spot, once you know what to look for. Keeping it hidden has not been a priority for the cryptozoologist. The reeds bend forlornly toward the sand. You see slabs of concrete north. In the east, the city center hums to you. The constant, distant song, louder on this part of the coast, nearer somehow. And there's that cold again. Always the cold. Nothing but locusts in this trap as well. Definitely no cryptozoological monstrosity.
Empty as all of them. One more of these and we're done.
Getting tired?
No, I'm fine. I didn't mean to complain, it's just...
Okay, show me that in the journal. Inspect the rooms. Which one have we not got? Near the boathouses, west of the filled building. Figure that out, I'm sure. Is the bell building?
Someone has left an unidentifiable article of clothing on this railing. It smells really bad. It's streaked with dried seagull shit and tangled with pieces of seaweed. A dangling arm suggests that there might be a jacket beneath the crust of filth.
Please tell me you're not taking that with you.
Might be a clue.
A clue? You think our suspect is a seagull who's been defecating on unsuspecting jackets?
Could have been multiple seagulls.
A poet could write a dozen verses and still not begin to capture the profound vexation in that sigh. You should still take it.
Focus. Why not? Sorry, game, it just might have stats that we need later. Okay, here's the boathouse. Awesome, there's the trap.
It takes you a moment, but finally you spot the last of Morel's traps. This one's partially obscured by the reeds. Behind you, the ruins of a residential building loom over the reeds. They whisper amongst themselves. Confidentially, snowflakes cling to their shivering stems. The trap feels light and silent as you pick it up. Something is different here. No locust. No phasmid either, but still. Your voice echoes on the coast, carried by a gust of cold wind.
Well, the bait worked on something. This doesn't mean it was a reed monster, though. Unless you see one in there. I just see an empty trap.
The netting is a little untidy, messier than the others. Like someone or something picked up the trap and shook it before dropping it back down on the ground.
Okay, I get the feeling someone may have messed with the trap.
Perhaps our cryptozoologists have competition in the form of an actual entomologist, or someone else is sabotaging them. I could present more theories, but then I would be taking this on as a case, which I'm not.
Probably wasn't, but this Morel still needs to know.
We did sort of promise to tell them, didn't we?
Oh, cool. We need to park here, right? Times.
A scattering of bullet holes is spread across the cracked wall, reaching from one corner to the other.
Okay, even more bullet holes.
Correct. The density of the bullet holes is unusual. Even in a general average bullet hole frequency in Martinez sense. Grim affairs. Meaning, this is a lot of bullet holes. Looks like fully automatic rifle fire. Something you don't see these days. The manufacturing and sale of automatic rifles was curtailed after the revolution. The destructive power of such tools proved to be too much. We do need to retain some humanity in this world.
Okay, let's try this.
Unable to piece together the big picture just now.
Okay.
There's a hole in their hypothesis.
Fine.
The scattering of bullet holes looks like one giant smiling mouth, smiling its deadly smile.
How many? Okay. Let's pause her there and we'll come back to this in a mo. It's time for a quick break. So we'll be right back. See you in a mo and we'll continue with more Disco E.